how are you? I wanted to do a little get ready with me and chit chat. This is my cute little makeup bag. I just washed and blow dried my hair. I am actually getting ready to go sign paperwork for my job. I just got a new job, which if you know, has been a huge battle that I've been facing. So yeah, do my makeup with me while I tell you about my new job and just kind of catch you up on how life is going. So I always start out my makeup routine with the NYX brow glue, just because when I'm just doing light everyday stuff, I like to have just something to hold my brows in place. I kind of wish my natural brows were a little darker than they are, just because I feel like I have such dark hair and then my eyebrows are a little light. But that's kind of the trend right now, so I'm not complaining. But I'm not in my room. I'm actually in the empty dorm room that is connected to our bathroom because the counter's clear, it's quiet, and my room's a little bit messy right now. I'm kind of in the middle of cleaning, and I'm thinking about doing like an organization, clean out my closet with me vlog later because it needs to happen and I might as well make content out of it. But I'm gonna go in with the Can't Stop Won't Stop NYX concealer in the shade Alabaster. But today I'm going to sign my final paperwork for a job I just accepted last week. And when I applied for this job, I actually didn't apply for this job in the first place. I applied for a receptionist position at a church, and which is not this job. And they wanted an interview. They called me to talk about schedule before they even planned an interview. They're like, we think you're a perfect fit for this position. It paid really well. Had an interview set, and then the morning of my interview, they called me to tell me that the position had been filled over the weekend. So I was really bummed out because if you know anything about the hiring climate right now, you know it's impossible to get an interview, especially an in-person interview. And I hate online interviews, they're the worst. But I was really discouraged until the recruiter told me that she could get me in contact with the recruiting manager for a different position, still like within the church network. Just like, yes, of course, please help me out. I will take literally anything at this point because campus jobs pay $7 an hour, and I'm graduating in 3 months, getting married in 4 months, and I really just can't afford to not have money right now. Also, this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and this is what I use instead of like a loose powder to set my concealer. It's really old. Honestly, I don't like it all that much, but I've always used it, and I've already hit pan on it, so I just keep using it. And next, I'm going in with just a simple Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to use, doesn't have a shade name, but I like to use this like peachy tone because I'm about to use glitter on top. I always use glitter on my lids just because it brings me joy, and you need those little things in your life that just bring you joy. So she got me connected with the recruiting manager for another position, and I didn't really know what the position was for. It said that it was like a receptionist position at a school, but like I said, didn't really care. So I actually did have that interview, and it is for an after-school program at the church, and I have a lot of experience working with kids, like worked in teaching roles before. I taught dance lessons for kids when I was in high school. So like I love working with kids. It's not really what I was going for, just because if you know anything about working in childcare, it's a very exhausting job, and I have chronic illnesses. I'm currently trying to wean off of some medication right now that's causing some crazy withdrawals. It's a busy season of life, so I was a little hesitant to work in childcare, but I really just need something. It doesn't even matter what. But it was supposed to be a receptionist position for the school. So I show up. I actually showed up at the wrong building at first, which was a little embarrassing. Now I'm going in with like this light brown shade just underneath my eyes, and then in like the corner of my lid. Sorry, I'm really bad at talking and also doing something, but this is just a little hangout vlog while you eat, while you do whatever you're doing, just so that you have a little buddy. So it's fine, you know? I showed up to the wrong building on accident because they said I needed to show up at the school building, but the school building where the actual school is different than the school building that's marked school building. It took me forever to find. I show up and the interview went really well. But with the setup of the school, going in with the highlight shade on my inner lid, the receptionists have to be trained as teachers, because if somebody is sick that day or whatever, if somebody calls out, the receptionist will step in as a substitute. But they are really in need of teachers right now, so I will be starting off as a teacher to likely first graders. I don't know which color I want to go in with. This is the Garden of Stars palette, glitter palette I got from my in-laws for Christmas, and I love it so much. I love it so much. It honestly is so great just for everyday wear. It's not as overpowering as a lot of glitters are, so I just feel like it's great. I'm gonna go in, I think, with shade Luster, which is just this really nice iridescent pink shade. I love this one. I'll get in closer so you can see. Pretty, I like it. There's a mirror right behind you, so that's why I keep not making eye contact with you, but I'm making eye contact with you right now. But the interview went really well, so I'm going to be starting off as a teacher, and then from there, they will flow me into the receptionist position. So I will be at this job only for the end of the semester. Like the end of this semester. I won't be back in the fall, I don't imagine, because I will need a full-time job. And this job is like 20 hours a week, which is great, but it's just not sustainable, especially because I will be the main breadwinner while my fiance is finishing up flight school for the first year of marriage, so I will not be able to afford to not do that. I use the L'Oreal mascara. I can't remember what it's called because all of the writing has worn off. I really need to get a new one, but I use it in shade Black Noir. This is the waterproof of their just basic mascara. I love it. It's fantastic. And I don't curl my lashes or anything. I just go in with the mascara. But I will be doing this till about mid-May. This roll will be until about mid-May, and then that will be the end of it. I don't imagine I will go back at the start of the school year, like I said, just because I won't be able to afford to keep up with that. Once I'm married. And so they offered me the job position on site after my interview, which I'm so thankful for. Because I hate not knowing how an interview went. Even if you think it went well, you never really know with those kinds of things. And I signed a good portion of my paperwork while I was there, but I didn't sign out bank information stuff, things like that, like signing contracts. So I went and got my fingerprint testing done so that they know that I have a clean record, I'm not a criminal. And then today I'm going in to fill out the rest of my paperwork. And today's a Monday, and then on Wednesday I will start my first day. I'm actually gonna do this off camera real quick because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so that is normally what I do. I'll put on lipstick later before I leave. I usually wear the Maybelline Teddy Tint lipstick in the shade Knee High, which is a really neutral shade. And then I use the e.l.f. Glow Lip Reviver oil on, and I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm so exhausted. I have not been feeling well the last week. If you have a chronic illness or multiple chronic illnesses, in my case, you understand the exhaustion. And on top of being a full-time student, having a fiance, planning a wedding, I paint a lot. I'm trying to get an art business off the ground. I'm doing this as a side project. Just trying to keep up with everything is very exhausting when your daily level is already so much lower than everyone else's. So I'm really feeling it, but I'm excited for this role because I've been praying and needing a job for so long. And I'm very qualified, have lots of experience, but just have not been able to find the right job for me. So I'm very, very thankful to have this opportunity. Also, I'm just now realizing there's towel hooks in the storm room and there's not in ours. That's a little, I feel a little ripped off, honestly. This room is so much nicer than our room. I'm kind of sad, but I mean, being the last semester, we did not want to move. We did not want to move all of our stuff. But yeah, I'm so tired, y'all. But I've really been wanting to keep up with my channel and just doing these videos, especially with it being such a busy time in my life and it being my last semester at college. I really wanted to have these as like a video diary so that I can remember what this season of my life was like and just soak up the good moments of it, because it can be stressful and it can feel like there's just so much going on that you forget that life is truly really good. And I'm in a great place and I have a good support system and I'm doing well. So yeah, and I think it's just fun. I always like having videos to watch where I feel like somebody's just sitting with me, talking with me, having like a little cup of coffee with me, and so that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. But this is my makeup for today. I don't think I was gonna flat iron my hair, but it blow dried pretty straight. It's like 80% dry. So I'm wearing one of my favorite, just like simple pale yellow floral tops, and then brown corduroy flare pants. I didn't want to dress fancy because I don't feel like I need to, but I also didn't want to just wear sweatpants or something like that. I really want to trim up my little bangs. I cut my own hair, and I've been cutting my own hair for a year and a half now. My hair's grown so much, and I feel like it's just looked so much better since I've started doing it myself. But I really have been kind of wanting to go a little shorter with my little bang pieces. So we'll see. I may do that soon. If I do, I will share it with you all one way or another. But I think that is it for today. There should be a little closet clean out vlog, hopefully coming soon, unless I'm just too tired, and then, oh well, I lied. But thank you so much for watching and for spending time with me, and I will see y'all later. Bye!